Now let us see parallel combination of resistors in electricity. If some resistors are given to you, if you want to connect in parallel combination, first how to connect them. Each resistor is having different two terminals. Based on the terminals we can connect the resistors. Let us see that if I will consider two resistors, one resistor is one resistor R1, this is another resistor R2. This is having two different terminals, this is also having two different terminals. These two terminals we have to connect now. How we have to connect it? First terminal of the first resistor and first terminal of the second resistor should be connected to a single point. In the same way, second terminal of the first resistor and second terminal of the second resistor should be connected to the same point. This is considered as parallel combination of resistors. See, I will consider the two resistors like this. This is R1, this is R2. Both these two are connected to a single point. Now these are connected in a circuit. This is a circuit and this is combination of cells, which is known as battery, and this is a tap key. Now electric current passing through this. So electric current is I is passing through this. Here I is here at the junction, here one junction is there. At the junction I is divided into two different parts. So this is I1, this is I2. So I1, I2 passes through the resistors and after that it will combinedly gives I again. So this is the circuit here. So here what happens? Electric current is divided into two different paths. Two different quantities of electric current is passing through R1 and R2. So here if you consider the potential difference V, potential difference whatever we creating here potential difference from the cells, here also these two resistors are between two same terminals, here one terminal, here one terminal, between two same terminals, so that here V is same for the R1 and R2. So V1 is equals to V, you can write V2 also, you can write V. Okay, so what is distributed here? Electric current I is distributed. I is equals to I1 plus I2. According to Ohm's law, I is equals to V by R, we know that. So I is equal to V by R, then I1 is equals to V1 by R1. That implies I1 is equals to, instead of V1 you can write V. So V by R1. And in the same way I2 is equals to V2 by R2. That implies I2 is equals to, instead of V2 you can write again V by R1. So now substitute these I1 value, I2 value in this equation. Then I is equals to I1 plus I2. I means V by R. So you have to write V by R is equal to I1. I1 is V by R1. V by R1 plus I2 is V by R2. So you can write V by R is equal to, V is considered as common one, then 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 you can write. So V can be cancelled. So 1 by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So this is the effective resistance or resultant resistance. So the reciprocal of the resultant resistance is equals to sum of the reciprocal of the resistance of the individual resistors. So that is the effective resistance in parallel combination. So 1 by R is equal to, you can write like this, or 1 by R is equals to, you can take LCM also, R1, R2. So R1 can be cancelled, R2 is remained here. Here R2 cancelled, R1 is remained. R1 by R is equals to R1 plus R2 by R1 R2, or R is equal to, the reciprocal of 1 by R is R. So here also we have to write the reciprocal, R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. So this is the effective resistance in parallel combination of the resistors. If 2 or more resistors are given, then you can write 1 by R is equals to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 and so on. How many resistors are given, you can write like this. So like this we can find out the effective resistance in given parallel combination of the resistors.